Hi everyone. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. I don't know if you can help. You can see Milton there. Say hi to Milton. For those of you that don't know me, maybe this is your first time on my page or watching one of my lives. My name is Jennifer Gauthier, and I am an elementary teacher in Montreal, Canada. And I help teachers navigate the curriculum mapping process. So helping them learn how to plan better and more efficiently. I was really excited to come on today. I think for a few reasons. One, I feel like I'm kind of getting better at this whole live thing. I was really intimidated by it at first, but I'm kind of getting the groove of it. And also, too, the topic today has to do with summer, which I don't know about you, but I'm very excited to start thinking about summer. I can like smell it. It feels like it's getting closer. So I'm really excited to talk about ways to prepare for school over the summer. I was also a bit nervous about it, to be honest. Before coming on, I had posted something on my Instagram, and it was like, if you have any questions about how to better prepare over the summer, let me know and I can answer them in the live. And I got a few comments saying, like, you shouldn't be advertising or like suggesting that teachers work over the summer, which I am definitely not. This year, more than any other year, I'm so into like the not working outside of teaching hour or outside of school hours. So I am in no way saying that you should be doing any type of work over the summertime. That's not what this live is about. I more kind of thought about it because I'm in quite a few teacher Facebook groups, and I've seen some questions about, teachers have maybe new teachers that are graduating this year have just finished exams. They don't have a teaching job lined up just yet, but they're already looking ahead to September. So they're looking for things that they could start doing now. So if you're someone that's like, I do not want to touch anything related to school over the summertime, go on with your bad self. Ignore this live, move on with your day. But I'm really just doing this more for the teachers that are looking to um, kind of start planning just to make this next school year easier for them. And I do strongly believe that there are some simple, even fun things that you could be doing over the summer that would make the next school year that much easier for yourself. So that's what I'll be talking about today, are 3 things that you could be doing just to make your life simpler and to better prepare for the school year. So that said, I'm gonna jump right in. So the first one I want to talk about is curriculum mapping. Obviously, curriculum mapping is something I'm really passionate about. This might be the one on the list that you're like, Jennifer, curriculum mapping is not fun at all. Why are you talking to me about this? You said you were going to talk about fun things. I personally think curriculum mapping is fun. You might not, but I do think there are some ways that you can start not planning your year to a T, but just coming up with ideas. And I think there's some fun ways you could do it. So I'm going to share some of those. So the first is like even just sitting outside, if you have a backyard or a balcony, sitting outside and just jotting down ideas of like unit ideas. Like maybe you want to do something about friendship or something about space, like just like brainstorming, not coming down to a T with what you want to be doing, but just kind of like, I don't know if you could say like journaling or like brain dumping ideas of things you would like to teach that following year. Another thing you could do is like if you have some teacher friends get together and maybe curriculum map it, like have a curriculum mapping party. I don't, am I sounding really nerdy? I don't know, but to me that kind of stuff is really fun. And also, if you enjoy that kind of thing, another thing you could do is be getting yourself some nice like teaching supplies, like sticky notes, and like on a big sheet of paper, like just kind of jotting down ideas on sticky notes so that you have the ideas there, so that when it does come to time for September, you have those ideas and you're like, oh yeah, I thought of doing a space unit and I wanted to do this. That's time that you did over the summer and you were just brain dumping. That's going to save you time during the school year when things start to get really hectic. The second thing that I promise that's the only one that you're like, oh God, that sounds awful, Jennifer. But if you are into curriculum mapping, though, I would suggest you download my free roadmap to curriculum mapping success. It literally lays out step by step for you how to curriculum map. So if you're interested in that, I put the link in the description of this live. So go ahead and grab that. And who knows, maybe you will go through the roadmap and see that this is something you're really interested in and something that you actually might find quite fun. The second thing I suggest doing over the summertime, if you're looking for things to do, is find cheap resources that you will use during the year. So I know Teacher Pay Teachers, they have a sale during the school year where I think it's like their biggest sale where most things or everything is on sale for really, really cheap. So that's a time to kind of stock up. And if you're saying like, I have no idea what I'm going to need over the school year, I suggest you buy things that are you're going to use throughout the year, like not like one-off activities, but more like I have a weekly paragraph writing that's 32 weeks of writing. So things that are kind of like bigger bundled are great things to get over the summertime. Another thing that I strongly suggest you getting, and I've seen this is probably the most common question I've seen in all these teacher Facebook groups I'm in, is where to get cheap books or where to buy books. And I strongly suggest you go to garage sales. If you have a Virage sale, that app, looking for books there. I bought like a box of 50 books for like $10. And Goodwill. So if those are types of things that you could stock up over the summertime so that by the time you get to school in September, you have your full class library already there for you. So first thing was curriculum mapping. Second thing was buying cheap resources or like bulk resources that you'll be using throughout the entire year. And the third tip I have for you over the summer is professional development. So there are some wonderful professional development conferences that you can be attending. Hang on, I'm gonna let Nelson outside. There are some amazing professional development conferences over the summer, and I love the summertime for professional development because you get to learn some awesome things, and they're often quite fun. And so I would suggest try to go to at least one. Because of COVID, obviously things are going to be virtual, but that makes it even better for us because it's usually cheaper and you can attend more of the seminars. So some that I suggest are Teach Your Heart Out, Teach Your Heart Out, Get Your Teach On. Is that what it's? Oh my God, I'm blanking on that one. But yeah, I would even suggest if you can to go to one of those like main conferences where they're going to cover like Teach Your Heart Out. There's a couple days and each seminar is something different. You could go to one on behavior management. You could go one on assessment. You could go one on managing your own teacher stress. So attending one like that and then choosing another type of conference that's a bit more focused. So if let's say, for example, you're really struggling with behavior management, trying to find a conference that will be focused specifically on that is a great thing to be doing over the summertime. Honestly, during the school year, you don't really have time to be attending conferences like this, so it's a great time to do it over the summer. And you often get to, especially with these virtual ones, a few that I've been to, they often put you in breakout rooms and you get to like mingle with other teachers, which is quite fun. So I suggest that as well. So just to repeat the ones that I mentioned. So one was curriculum mapping. The second one was finding cheap resources. And the third was going to professional development events or conferences. The one thing I will say though, I forgot to mention this for the second one about buying resources. I would hold off on things like school supplies. I made this mistake when the school I'm at now, before I started, I spent so much money on things like office supplies like pens and pencils and staplers and staples, all that stuff. And when I got there, I realized that the school equipped me with all of that. So I'd spent tons of money on resources that it was such a waste of money. And like, I probably even knew that the school was going to give me stuff like that, but I wanted like the pretty stapler and the pretty, and looking back, that's probably one of my biggest regrets in my teaching experience, was spending so much money on office supplies that are really, really not necessary. So stuff like that I would hold off on, but it's more like the teaching resources, like things you would buy on TPT. If you go, I'm going to attach the blog post that I posted this week, all about things to be doing over the summer. And I have some examples of resources that are worthwhile spending the money on during the summer, because they are things you're going to be using over the year. There's stuff you can like print ahead of time so that you have it all ready for you. So those are the 3 tips I have. Like I said, I'm hoping I didn't overwhelm you too much. And like I said, some of these things are actually quite fun. Like, everyone loves shopping, especially teachers. We probably all love shopping for books. So that's something that you could be doing, and it will save you in the long run in terms of your time and your energy when things get really hectic at the beginning of the school year. So that's all I have today. I'm shorter today than normal. In terms of time. But thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will be sure to answer that. Also, if you're not in the Facebook group yet, it's the Elementary ELA Teacher Support Group. Please join. There's some great teachers in there, and we're always sharing ideas and supporting one another. So if you're interested, please join that. Thank you all so much. Have a great day. Bye.